Thank you for letting me know. Okay, here, see, I have created one project called test. In the source, I have created one package called com.durga, and along with this, okay, let me start working. Okay, I will take one test class. I'm trying to create one console application here. So the first step that we discussed in the last class is first we need to register the driver into the JVM, right? So to register the driver, we have to use these commands. We have to use the class called driver manager. Driver manager dot register driver, and here we need to pass the driver object. Actually, I'm using the Oracle, right? So I need to pass the object of an Oracle driver. Oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot Oracle driver. Hmm. So it is saying I'm unable to resolve this. Actually, to speak, we need to add the OJDBC 14.jar to the class path. We didn't add it, right? That's the reason. Maybe sometimes we need to throw the exceptions like this. So first, let me do that. Right click, properties, go to the Java build path, add external jars. For example, I have kept my OJDBC 14.jar at somewhere workspace. So here I am trying to choose the OJDBC 14.jar and adding it. Yes, it is. Now it started working. It's okay. We are getting some errors, right? Let us try to resolve those. What are they? See, first what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to, okay, listen this. I'm trying to register the driver by using some command. Some command it is okay. Never care about like which command I'm using. Okay, I'm using the class called driver manager dot register driver, and here thing is like we need to pass the parameter as a Oracle driver, as because I'm using the Oracle drive Oracle database in my system. Okay, and if it is a db2 kind of a database, there you need to pass the db2 kind of an object. Don't worry about this. Whenever you guys are trying to buy an database, that time itself they are going to provide the interface details too. Okay, and here, okay, let us see what is the problem here. It is trying to throw some SQL exception, as because it is a checked exception. Okay, in the last class we seen, right, what are the checked exceptions and what are the unchecked exceptions. Checked exceptions should compulsorily be caught. Catch SQL exception. Let me try to import this. Okay, whenever you guys see, right, see driver manager is the class, this is automatically been get registered here. I mean, see java.sql.driver manager, this is the package that you are going to use. Okay, mainly two packages were there, java.sql and javax.sql. These are the two packages that you are going to work with interface at here. Okay. And
Hi, Mani.
yeah, yes, please.
Yeah. When you pass the driver Oracle driver argument,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it automatically checks in the jars or how it works. Like,
Okay, one second. Yeah. See, in general, previously, I didn't added any jar file. Okay. I mean,
correct.
supporting jar
Yeah.
file, I didn't add it. That's why only it was throwing some exception, unable to recognize
Mm-hmm.
or unable to resolve this, whatever you are saying, right? So whenever I have added this external jar, that is WordJDB 16 14 jar into my library, I mean to the Java build path, then it start looks into the all the packages which are given. Okay. See, whenever I have added OJDBC 14 jar here, right? So it tried to looks into can I
Mm-hmm.
able to figure out like is there any Oracle driver in this particular package, Oracle JDBC driver? This is a whole package, right? Whole thing up to here,
Yeah, correct.
right? So it will try to search for the Oracle driver with this package. Okay, if it
Okay.
founds, then yes, it is going to add it, or otherwise it is going to throw an exception or throw an error message here itself, like unable to resolve this class, or I'm unable to understand what your class name that you have
Okay.
given. That's the way that it is going to
Okay.
prompt us. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
as this is an Eclipse tool, so without saving also, I mean without compiling also, it's going to throw. In general, if it is a normal like, class means whenever at the time of compilation, it's going to say like unable to resolve this class like that. So for that, what we need to do is like we should know
Okay.
which jar package it requires. Okay, if you know the jar package, then you can
Mm-hmm.
add it in two ways. One is to the build path. Okay, right click on the project
Okay.
properties, go to the build path, Java build path. Here by default, a system library will get added. Okay, because of the JRE. Okay, along with that, sometimes it requires for us to add the external jars too. So what to do? We need to add the external jars. While adding, we kept somewhere. For example, I have kept my external jar somewhere in the workspace, in the C drive workspace. So just wait to give the whole path. Okay, it will get added into the libraries. Okay, this is the one way. And the second way is like we need to set the class path in the environment variables. There we can see, right? Oh, isn't it? uh, okay, just give me a minute. I will do some check here. Actually, I'm trying to join from the remote location. Maybe that could be the reason the network is like not good at here.
Okay.
Is it okay for you
Now
now?
it's okay. I could listen you.
Oh, okay. What about Vijay for you? Vijay and Mohan?
Yeah, now I'm listening you.
Yeah, yeah, great.
Yeah. For me, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. Let me go to run system DPL. Here we need to take the new variable in the environment variables class path, and we need to give the class path up to where. For example, I have kept my OJDBC footnote jar right here, right? Just trying to take the whole path, copy this, and give here and end with a semicolon. Okay, now see, I mean there were like two ways to resolve this issue. whenever you guys were like getting this kind of exception, like unable to resolve this class or whatever it is. Okay, in those cases, what you need to do, if you're using the Eclipse, then go to the build path, you need to add the proper jar file. Okay, and the second way is like we have to go to the environment variables and you guys need to set the class path. In general, setting the class path works like whenever you guys working in a manual way. For example, I have taken one notepad and here I'm trying to write the program. In those cases, it will be helpful for us. Okay, I mean, and whenever you're working with an Eclipse, just add this jar file to this particular to the build path of this. Is it clear for you,
So
Vijay?
when you
Yeah.
add a jar,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when you add a jar, it loads the dark class files to the RAM, like a JVM.
For example, it depends. For example, it is not going to load actual to speak. It is going to take the reference path of the class files. Okay, actual to speak in the C language, um, we are going whenever we are going to use particular package, it's going to load the whole library. This was like that in C language. So they resolve that kind of a problem in Java. In the Java, it is like whenever we give the particular package, then only it's going to take those particular package details, and that is one way. Another way is like if we give the whole package details as like this with the class name. Okay, here
Hmm.
see I'm not importing here, right? Here I'm not importing. Instead, I'm giving the whole package. That is the second way. Okay, it is that's the
Okay.
reason right now it's going to it's loaded the three class files. One is the driver manager class file. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and another one is
So
the
adding
SQL
a,
exception. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, adding a jar is nothing but like importing.
It's not. Yeah, importing. Yeah, making it to be available in the JVM, letting know the
Okay.
JVM like these are the jars that I'm going to work with now. Okay,
Okay.
and it just had a references. It is like it didn't added them, because if you add all those
Yeah.
things into
My
the JVM.
where
Mhm.
Yeah, where I'm getting confused is how it is like recognizing whole package in the jar. That's how like
Okay, that's what the JVM worked, right? That's how they've written the SDK. Okay, whenever
okay.
you
You
give
got
the
my question right?
yeah. I got your question. How it's going to recognize, right?
Yeah, it is going to recognize whole package in the jar.
See, that's what I'm saying. Whenever we have added that particular jar into the class path or build path, it just had the references. It's having the
Mm-hmm.
addresses of all the .class files. Okay. Whenever
Okay.
I'm importing these, okay, and it is going to pick up those .class files and put it into a class load subsystem, or otherwise, if we create an object, it will be created in a heap area.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Two ways are there. So the first thing is like it's going to put just take the references. I mean, it's just like an address location I am referring to. That's it. It's going to take the address locations of
Okay.
all the classes with the packages. Okay.
Okay.
And whenever I'm trying to add, because whenever I'm adding, I'm going to give the package also, right? Whenever
Correct.
I'm going to get package also. See, it is going to search with the package. Okay, multiple jar files are there. Let me search for the Java first Java package. Okay, Java I found Java package, and then next it is going to search for inside the Java. Do we have any SQL folder? Yes, we have. Then inside the SQL folder, do we have any .class file like the driver manager? Yes, it is. Then load that particular .class file into a class load subsystem.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back. We'll come to this program. E dot print stack trace. Okay. See, what things I did here. First, I have taken the driver manager register driver, and I have provided the Oracle driver, whichever the driver that I'm using. For example, right now I'm using Oracle database. So for my Oracle database with an Express edition, I have to general if it is an Oracle database means we have to use the Oracle driver only. I mean, we need to give that particular object. We need to give that particular object to this register driver. That's what we need to do. Okay, so that's the reason I'm trying to make an object of an Oracle driver, and I'm giving as a parameter to the register driver. Okay. Okay, then what happens, forget about this program. Generally, what happens with this line? That's what we need. Okay, I'm trying to do registration. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it's very good. Okay, what actually been happening? That's what we require, right? See, whenever if you pass this Oracle driver object to the driver manager register driver, I mean to this class, what it is going to do is first it will go inside of this Oracle driver. Okay, first it will go inside of this Oracle driver. Inside the Oracle driver class, there were some static blocks and static variables will be available by default. Okay, there were some static blocks and static variables will be available by default. You guys know very well, right? Whenever if we load the particular class into a class loader subsystem, what happens actually to speak? First, it will search for static variables, right? And then static blocks, and then static methods and main methods.
Okay.
My voice is clear for you guys, or it's breaking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
it's clear.
we're listening now. Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
yeah, here I'm able to some issue here. That's why. Okay. Whenever I'm going to do the driver manager register driver, first what it will do, it is try to load that particular Oracle driver into a class loader subsystem. In this Oracle driver, we're having some static blocks as well as static variables. Okay, those static blocks will get executed, and see, it is a kind in such a way, like, it is going to load, it is going to do some internal operation and make it to be available. This Oracle driver make it to be available for you. I mean, it is going to do some it's going to do some kind of an operation. It's going to install some objects for this Oracle driver, because the Oracle driver is the one, I mean, Oracle company is the one who prepared this interface, right? What they told me, as a Java developer, please try to load this class into a class loader subsystem. Okay, after that I will take care, I will do it whatever I need. That's what they said to me. So that's the reason what I'm trying to do. Just I'm trying to take the driver manager register driver. Here I'm trying to provide the Oracle driver object. Now driver got registered, means some static block
Okay.
got executed, and some objects will be available to do the next operation. That is nothing but I am trying to get the connection object, right? In the next step, for getting the connection object, I need some operation to be done. So that's what it is going to do. So just try to remember this point. Okay, whenever you try to register, okay, it is going to load this Oracle driver into a class loader subsystem, and it is going to execute some static blocks, and while executing some static blocks, it makes some objects to be available to the next work. That is nothing but getting the connection object. Is it clear, or any doubt?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
clear.
clear.
Okay, okay. If this is the case, then we'll go to the next step. What is the next step? In the last class we seen, right? First one is the register the driver, and next step is getting the,
Connection.
exactly, getting the connection object, right? For this getting the connection object, I'm going to use the connection interface. Driver manager dot get connection. Okay, driver manager dot get connection. See, let me try to load these classes. Yes, I have loaded. And now try to observe this clearly. So for getting the connection object con, remember this, driver manager is a class. Okay, and then connection is an interface. Okay, see here. Yes, I means interface. Okay,
Mhm.
and this connection interface, I am trying to give the subclass, or you can say implemented class object. Okay, okay, don't go internal details. Just try to listen whatever I'm saying. Okay, don't go internal details. In the coming classes I will explain like each and every. See, it expects three parameters. One is URL, username, and then password of the database. Okay, what is the username we have created, right? Durga. And then password is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes. And here you need to pass the URL JDBC Oracle thin localhost. Just please try to observe blindly, okay, just for time being. Okay, after that I will
Okay.
explain each and every
Okay.
1521, and I'm using Express Edition, that's why XE. Just come here. Let me try to print connection object. You guys seen, right? Whenever I executed this program, first step got executed nothing but driver is register. In the next step, some object I got because I'm trying to print an object here. Okay, meaning it got connected with the database. See, so in the first step, registering the driver, nothing but we are trying to load the Oracle driver into a class loader subsystem. That's what we need to do. Okay, the first step we are trying to register driver, nothing but we are trying to load the Oracle driver into a class loader subsystem. That's what your job in the first step. Okay, whenever you brought this Oracle driver up to a class loader subsystem, in the class loader subsystem there were some, it's going to search for the blocks like a static blocks which have been present inside. If there were any such, then it is going to execute by default. And then in the next step, I'm trying to get the connection object by using driver manager dot get connection. For this, it requires three parameters should compulsorily be passed. Okay, one is URL. Okay, URL is from here to here. Okay, and then this is the username and this is the password of the database. Okay, then see, let us discuss about the URL. What is this? Up to, I mean, in general, for example, URL, how the general, how in general how the URL looks like. Let me try to, yeah. Are you saying this is a URL?
Yes.
Internally, it is going to take us like this. Okay, depends HTTP or HTTPS. Right. In the same way, there is some kind of format which an Oracle expects. Okay. Okay. My URL should looks like this. Send me that kind of an URL. So whenever see the URL of this database URL, it looks like this. This is the JDBC, means I'm working with the JDBC module, and this is the company name. Okay, this is the company name. For example, consider I'm using the DB2 database. Then how to give JDBC and then DB2. Okay, if you're working with a MySQL, then JDBC with something MySQL company. It is going to give some package name. We need to give that parameter. Okay, just a minute. Sorry. Okay, and then third parameter is thin. What is this thin? Actually, to speak, whenever a database is released into a market, database is having multiple kinds of models. Okay, in general, for example, here consider one Hyundai car got released into a market. Hyundai is having different kinds of models or not? In the same way, here also, if a database is released into a market, for the particular database, different kinds of models been available. I'm using thin kind of a database. That's the reason I'm explicitly saying like I'm worked with a thin kind of a database. Okay, see, observe clearly now. JDBC is a kind of a name module name, JDBC module, and then company name, that is Oracle, and then model name thin colon after that at the rate of localhost, as because my database is present only in my system currently, right? My database is
Yeah.
present only in my system only. That's the reason I can able to use at the rate of localhost. There were like three ways we can give. One is at the rate of localhost, okay, and the second way is 127 dot 0 dot 0 dot
Zero.
1 IP address, right? IP
Yeah.
address of our system either. On third way is like my computer name, my computer name at the rate of my computer name. Okay, there were like three ways to give the host address. That is, one is a local host. I'm as currently I'm working with my local system only. That's the reason I'm giving them local host, or otherwise IP address. My IP address of my local system is by default, not only for mine, everybody's 127.0.0.1. Or otherwise, the third way we can give the my computer name. My computer name is also works like a local host only. For example, see my computer name. See, this is my computer name. You're able to see, right? Hasi-PC. That's what I have given at the time of installation of my
Mm-hmm.
OS. Okay, so I can able to give Hasi-PC also there in place of this one, in place of this local host. Okay, and next one is 1521. At the time of installation, it is going to ask for a port number also. By default, it is going to take 1521 as the port number. So I'm giving it as like this. If you want to choose a different kind of a port number at the time of installation, then you can change yourself, no issues. Okay, and then service name is Express Edition. Then tell me how to get these three details. Okay, first three are common details only, right? JDBC is a kind of a driver I'm going to work with anyway, that's common thing. And this is the company name. For example, right now I'm using the Oracle database. I can able to give the Oracle. And third one is a model, is a thin kind of a model driver database. That's why I'm giving thin. I can able to get easily these three parameters. Then what about these three? Local host 1521xe, from where I can able to get. Okay, at least if it is a my local system, I can able to manage to get this local host. Then what about these two parameters? From where I need to get? How can I able to know? Because I don't accept these two blindly. I want to know, because in future for the debug purpose also it requires for you guys. Okay, because these three parameters are like very important for you. So how to confirm is this correct or not? Let me go to the computer.
Maybe while installing, it will ask.
uh 1521 is going to ask, but XE it is not going to ask. Okay. Okay, at the time of installation, okay, see here Oracle exe is the directory that I have installed. Go to this directory and search for tns names dot ora. Okay, tns names dot ora, where you need to search this, your installation directory, wherever you have installed your Oracle driver, right? There you need to go and try to search for this file tns names dot ora. Let me try to open this. Yeah. See, this is what the TNS name dot aura looks like. So I'm trying to concentrate on this part only. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate on this part only. See my service name. What is my service name here?
XE.
Exactly. And see my port number 1521. And see my host. This is my computer name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in future, it's like socket is not accepting your request, or if you get socket kind of an exception, that why that in those cases, first what you guys need to do is like first you need to go to the directory, Oracle directory where you have installed, and try to search for the tns names.aura. Okay, and then open this file. There you can able to see in this part, xe part, under this part only. Okay, in this part try to search for the host. What is my host name? Hasi-pc. And then see my port number 1521. By default at the time of installation, whatever the directory that you guys has given, it is going to be the same. Okay, and now if you don't like it, if you want to change, then yes, you can able to change it, 2 or 3, whatever it is, but you need to restart your computer and make it to be available. Okay, a lot of things needs to be there. You need to stop the service and make it to be start. So that's why I'm trying to keep the by default to 1. Okay, I mean, if you don't like, for example, you have installed any other application and that is also using the same port number, then my suggestion is like, then yes, you can able to go ahead and change your port number at here. In place of 1521, 1523, 1527, 1530, whatever it is, your port number you would like to, you can able to change your port number. Okay. And then third parameter, service name, XE. As my installation is Express edition only, right? So by default, it is going to give XE as a service name. Okay, and in general for an express edition we should compulsorily use xe as the default service name. We don't have any authority to change it. Okay. Okay, but for an enterprise edition, for example, if it is in companies are using, I mean, they're going to buy the license from the companies, right? I mean, from the Oracle company, right? So that time they're going to give the flexibility to change the service name also. But ours is a like an open source kind of express edition. That's the reason we don't have any authority to change the service name. Got my point?
So for enterprise they can have any name, right? That's what you're telling.
Yes, yes, because at the time of buying itself, because as a system admin, you are having separate window there. You can able to create the um, service name as you like, and port numbers and host, whatever it is. Because see, come on, this is an open source. That's why just installed in my computer and I'm trying to make it work. Just for that purpose only they
Yeah,
released
yeah.
this. Okay, but if it is an enterprise edition, you should not share the common things to all, right? What happens if you share the common things? Hackers are going to do hack their systems. That is not recommended one, right?
Where exactly this service name comes under, like?
In general, for every database, it is going to have one service name. It is nothing but a kind of a recognition. For example, if I want to find out your particular address where you are staying, then I need your house number, street, and
Okay.
landmarks and everything, right? In the same way
Okay.
for this one also. Okay, if I want to know my Oracle database details, or I can say whatever DB2 database details I have installed, if I want to
So
know,
you can go to the service name.
yes, I need to provide
Okay.
all these details: local host, service name, and port number. Port number is considered as a house number, just like a actually to speak, it is a kind of a channel which it is going to give. Port number is nothing but because
Yeah.
it will reach up to your server. In the server, multiple software got installed. If it wants to know where exactly, then port numbers it is going to choose. Based upon the port number, it will go inside and there is going to search for the service name and all these details. Okay, why in the coming classes you get to know all this, what is this port number and host and things. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, now yes.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, so in order to connect to the database, we know that we need a username and password, and where it is been installed. Okay, like localhost and Durga, and you give password. Okay, those are mandatory things. Like,
Yes,
uh, why do we need to give, like, JDBC Oracle? Because those are not mandatory, right? Only we need what is the
this is the one you're
database
saying.
username and
This is
password, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, this is
correct.
the one you're saying, right?
Yeah,
Okay, let me do one thing.
we need only password and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2 minute.
because anyway we are telling we are going to use the Oracle driver.
How you get to know? Because of the object you're saying? Object is only
Yes,
for
correct.
okay, not for the address. Uh, hmm. You guys were able to observe, right? What is happening at here? When I give the whole package, google.com, it is accepting. When I give just
Hmm? Correct. Yeah.
.com is a common thing, right? Why it is not recognizing? And www is a common thing, right? Why it is not recognizing? Why it is trying to go for somewhere else? It is because it's going to Yahoo and it is trying to search for
It
Google.
didn't it didn't recognize that Google.
Why it is? Come on, .com and as well as www are common things, right?
Yeah.
Right.
In the same way, here also, if it is a common thing, also then also because for the safety purpose, because just for time being, I have installed all these things. In future, any new driver will come into the picture. Then that time, what it has to do? So they should have
No,
their
that time
own.
we need to.
That's the reason. So that's the reason. They should follow some rules and regulations to make a contact with the database. Okay, in future if any upgradations come also, it should not affect. That's what their main intention is. That's the reason they were asking to give the whole package details. Okay. Whatever the URL that they have given, just going to work with, that's it. To make a connection to database.
Okay.
And this is a type 4
Yeah.
kind of a driver. We were having type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4 drivers. Okay, right now the current market is using type 4 driver only. Okay, and this is the format of the
Hmm.
URL we are going to use, because the based upon the URL only, type 1 and type 2 also varies. Okay, and type 1 type
Okay.
2 we are
Okay.
going to give in a different way.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought like anyway we are going to give the Oracle driver like we are loading,
No, no,
so
no, no.
we just need a
Consider
username and password.
okay, you're saying like you have loaded the Oracle driver, that's the reason you're saying like, that's a good question actually to speak. This Oracle driver is only for JVM get to know, that's it. JVM, like it's going to execute some prerequisite kind of a work, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just it's simple.
And Yari, you asked some question, right?
Yeah, we're trying to get connected to a database, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what we are doing.
Uh-huh.
But we didn't create any